right, as we've been reporting here on Morning Live that yesterday Health Minister Dr. Motsoaledi announced the recall of all ready-to-eat meats from retail shelves with immediate effect. This because of recent concerns about deaths caused or serious illness by a bacterium called Listeria, which leads to an illness referred to as Listeriosis. The biggest concern really is on processed meats and the packaging thereof, which also could contaminate other processed meats. The current investigation focuses on products created by Enterprise Foods and Rainbow Chickens. But joining us now is Motsoaledi. She is Food Safety Executive for Consumer Goods Council of South Africa, and she joins us live here in our studios. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much indeed. Yeah. Let's just first get a clear understanding of your role as the Consumer Goods Council of South Africa in this entire matter.
What we basically do as the Consumer Goods Council, we are an industry association. We are a voluntary industry association. What we basically do, and our main purpose, is we serve as a lobbying and advocacy and information source for the industry. We sort of, like in this terms of Listeriosis, we've been a link between the government and the industry in terms of liaison, just to get the information from the manufacturers or retailer side to feed into what the government has been trying to do to contain the outbreak.
All right, so you're not an enforcement agency or an enforcement body, but yours is just to advocate and ensure safety.
We just motivate and ensure that our members have their updated details in terms of what they need to comply with in terms of food safety and quality legislation in the country.
All right, and you were telling me earlier on that you've been up and running, you've been traveling around the country ever since the outbreak of this Listeriosis. Talk to us about your findings.
Basically, how we've been involved, because we are party to this, it affects all of us as an industry. What we did when initially there was a call that there's an outbreak of Listeria, where the Department of Health and the NICD approached us for information relating to any tests that our manufacturers or retailers have picked up in the field. So basically, as I said, as a link, we then requested for the information from the relevant parties, which they then fed into the system. And I must say it was amazing for the response that we received, because for a company to declare their positive results on the ground, it's quite hectic, especially for cases such as Listeria. But that was done, and we've been engaging with the department and the NICD in terms of just assisting the process to unfold.
Yeah, and we've already seen that some major retailers are already removing these products from their shelves. What have you found? What have you researched on that? Is it going to be done throughout?
It has to. That's the purpose of the recall. That's why we advise that we keep a look at what the particular companies feed to the consumers, because the barcoding and the batch numbering system is quite relevant. I've seen from one retailer, they've already identified the batch coding and how you can identify the affected products. So that will ensure that whoever that has got a particular product that is affected, they can just look up on the label and actually identify that this is the product that needs to be returned back, because we just need to contain this and make sure that there is no further damage or deaths that we have to incur as a country.
But are you worried that it might not just be Enterprise and Rainbow Chicken only, because you do get these products from no brands?
I must say, as an industry, we have to do a serious introspection, and it's fortunate that we have an industry meeting coming up as the CGCSA, and we just need to learn from this. Unfortunately, even though it's an unfortunate situation, but we have to learn and also figure out where did we go wrong and what do we do better in the future. I think that will also assist us in terms of going forward. I do believe, since this has come up, processed meats are going to be the focus area for the investigations from the Department of Health side. So we will work with the broader industry, even those that are not our members, to actually plant things on our website, which is www.cgcsa.org. health.co.za in terms of the information, just to further inform those that are outside of our member base and also feed the information to the consumer.
Yeah. And we had the Minister of Health here in studio, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, earlier here on the show. And we spoke about the issue that this whole situation could have been avoided because it talks to the hygiene standards that are set and are supposed to be adhered to by these companies. Will the council put stricter hygiene measures maybe in the future going forward to the manufacturers of cold meat products?
As I said, we're going to do some serious look at ourselves where we failed, sort of just to regroup and find what can we do better. But it's fortunate that now that we understand the strain and the level of changes in the environment, we can then formulate new ways that we need to adopt. But what is of key importance is practice of hygiene measures in terms of from the whole value chain, from the processing side of things and also in our kitchens, basically, just as the minister has advised. Washing hands is of paramount importance, and also cooking the food thoroughly and making sure that our fridges are at correct set temperatures.
All right, we have to leave it at that. Thank you so much to Matlo Sisati. She is Food Safety Executive for the Consumer Goods Council of South Africa, talking to us, and of course reiterating the minister's call to say that if you do have those products in your house, you need to return them to the retailers. All right, 23 minutes after 7 o'clock here on Morning Live. It's time now for your second sports update. Valen is standing by.